Hey guys, it is Thursday night, the 5th of April, May, not April, and I am so glad that you're here. So we're going to get started on all the little nitty-gritty stuff, and then questions and answers, and just how you're doing and all of that towards the end, so that way people have to hop off. Okay, so big thing that Haley and I kind of worked on and decided we felt like this was probably the best avenue to go down. And I hope that it helps you guys and it's not a hindrance to you. So we've been doing our team calendars on like a PDF or a Google Doc, and it's, you know, been like stationary form, and you can't really interact with it. And if you don't print it off or go back to it regularly, then it's probably not doing you a whole lot of good. And I didn't like that because I didn't like to have to constantly go back to it, and I don't like having to print stuff off. I want to write everything down. So anyway, we chatted and we decided that most of you have Google Docs, and I know I use Google Calendar to set up like any appointments that I have, you know, any doctor's things. It syncs to my phone. So like my husband and I, you know, he's got one, I've got one. So, you know, like, did you put it on the calendar? That's kind of like how it goes around our house. But anyway, so we made the calendar on Google Docs. So that way, you know, when it gets updated or I get a notification, like it'll pop up on your phone and let you know that you know you had an event or something like that. So I'm going to show you how to get to it, and I'm going to screen share, and then we're going to talk about it. So here you go. Okay, so if you go, this is how you get, okay, this is how I get to it. Can you guys see my whole screen? Yeah. Let me put, I don't know where the faces are for you, so I'm going to put all of our faces at the bottom. Okay, so if you go to just Google, and the little squares here, you can go to Does that make sense? And that's going to pull up into your calendar. And so I shared this. Okay, now here's the month. I'm going to click on month. And this is all of my stuff. But I'm going to unclick so you can just see just our team calendar. So Renegade team calendar. Okay, so here you can see that we are on the 5th. And here's the team call. This is really awesome. When I scheduled the Zoom call earlier today, it popped up on my team calendar, and it says Acacia Hines Zoom meeting. So I'm going to change that to Radical Renegade. But then it also put in the description. If you click on it, can you guys see the description? Because I know when it came up, it like had the Zoom link. I think this is the Zoom link right here. So you would just copy and paste that, and that would have brought you straight to the meeting, which I thought was pretty cool. But then here it is also the team call. Okay, so here's our calendar. And so what we try to do is tell you the start of new things, okay? And then whatever we're promoting for the next few days. So when we say promoting, we mean things that you're breadcrumbing in your posts. So right now, you should be talking about coaching and what coaching is doing in your life and things like that. So I don't know if you've seen some of my posts, but like today, go to my page. Today, one of them, and I'm trying to do this every single day very consistently. So after working the first half of the day with Daddy, blah, 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 you know, and I talk about like getting to spend, you know, having the freedom, having the flexibility, getting to do my job on my time and getting to spend time with her. I'm talking about coaching. And then like this one, I was like, did you know it's bring your bump to work day? So again, I'm talking about kind of just putting it out there, right? And then like this one's just about moms. So it's not like every single thing. This one's just about life, right? This one was to build interaction or whatever. But so if you haven't started, that's perfectly fine. But over the next few days building up to the 11th, I want you breadcrumbing about coaching and what, why you decided to be write down, why did you decide to be a coach? What is it doing in your life right now? Maybe it's accountability, maybe it's friendship, maybe it's support, maybe it's freedom, maybe it's flexibility, maybe all of those things. And every day you talk about just one little piece of what coach is doing, right? Okay, and so that's what you're promoting. So that's going to go into our backstage pass, which is important. Okay, so now here is the 10-day push to Emerald. Now, if you are already an Emerald, do not tune out. This is very important. Okay, and I'm going to explain. Let's go over the rest, and then I'm going to come back and explain that. Stop that. The National Wake Up Call, Inspire Tribe Power Hour, you can always hop on, backstage pass. I'm going to let you guys go back and absorb all of this info in a second. You can see right here it switches to promote to the 5-day sneak peek into the challenge groups. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. Then you're going to promote for our live event. And then you're going to talk up and really fill up and check back with any of your challengers to fill up your June challenge. Okay, so that's kind of how that's going. In a nutshell, our team calls are every other week. So that's just kind of how I've planned them, every other week. And they're on there. Okay. One thing to note that the Inspire Tribe is doing, they're doing a Shakeology challenge the last week of the month for free samples. So if you've got a whole bunch of samples and you want in on that, just let me know. That's not something that I'm doing, but I know Alyssa welcomes any and all people. So I'm going to stop this and then screen share. Okay.
Now, how do we get access to the calendar?
I emailed it to you. So you should have an email that says you were invited to the such and such calendar. If you put your name, and I know you did, and I know I put you in there, I shared it. So you have access. Everyone should have access to it. So everyone who commented in that post, that original post, I shared it with you.
You can sync it to your phone. So that's what I use a lot, is my calendar on my phone.
Yeah. So you can, if you download Google Calendar, and I don't even know, I think mine is the calendar that's on my phone, I sync with my Gmail account.
Yes.
And it puts it all together.
Yeah, you may have to have Gmail. I'm not sure. Does anybody know?
I got it sent to my Gmail. I was supposed to get it sent to my Gmail, but it's not in my inbox.
Okay, let me look.
Can you try to resend it to me?
For some reason, I have Link Family Fitness at Yahoo. That's not right.
Oh, no, it's at Gmail.
Okay, that's probably the problem, Ashley. Why does Yahoo pop up on my thing? Huh. Okay. Link Family Fitness at gmail.com. Okay, now you should have access. Does everybody else have access?
Yes. Email, because I was confused. I was on something, so I still needed access.
Katie, what do you want me to send it to?
KDIVfitness at Gmail.
Okay.
If you don't have a separate email for coaching, I would highly recommend doing that. It's just so much easier to keep it separate.
Yes. Okay, Katie, you have access to it now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
Sorry. Okay, so you should all have access to that. If you have questions or you don't know what something is as you're looking, let me know. Okay, so let's talk about all the little bits, because that's where all the fun stuff comes in this May. We have kind of teamed up, and I think we told you a little bit last team call. So we're doing 2 challenge groups a month, right? We're all okay with that. Did we talk about that last time? Okay, I think we did.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so the second challenge group, they're always going to start on the 1st and 3rd Monday of the month. So write this down, but you can also look in the calendar. 1st and 3rd Monday of the month. The second one of the month, we're going to do a 5-day free like sneak peek. Okay, so what some of the upline coaches are doing is they're offering, can you guys hear me? Because you're all frozen.
You're cutting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back. Go back, everybody. Okay, so the first bit,
You're still cutting out, Acacia.
yeah, I know, because you're all frozen, which means I'm frozen too. I mean, I'm not frozen for me, but okay, you all look like you're back. Am I back? Okay, I'll have to go.
Mhm.
I'll have to kick everybody off the internet. It's not what I had to do last time. Okay, so
Mhm.
the first 5 days, so the Monday through Friday, it's going to be a sneak peek. And so we'll post like 3 times a day. It's going to be really high energy. You're going to be putting as many people that want to join in on this 5-day sneak peek into challenge groups into our second May challenge group. So what that means is you need to be promoting, you need to be inviting, asking, hey, like anybody who's ever shown any interest before, I've got this free like 5-day sneak peek into a challenge group where you really get to see, what we do as coaches and, how everything works. So if they've already bought a challenge pack, they'll go in. If they haven't bought anything, they'll still go in. Everybody gets to go in and everybody gets to experience the first 5 days. So those first 5 days, we're going to be doing like 3 value posts a day. And that week is like your money, I don't want to say money maker, but that's where you're going to be putting a lot of your time and energy. You're going to really be checking in and, providing lots of accountability for those people and really just being there. Because what the other coaches have found is they have like a 50% success rate of people who join in and they go through the first 5 days and they don't want to get kicked out. So if you don't buy a program or a challenge pack, then you don't get to keep going with the rest of the boot camp. Okay? So you're removed on Saturday. So on Friday, you're going to visit with your people because you've been touching base with them throughout the week and giving them support. So on Friday, you're going to, touch base and see, are they wanting to buy? Are they ready to get started? Da, 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 da. And if they do, awesome, they get to stay. If they don't, we remove them. And so that's that first 5 days of that challenge, that boot camp. And then it just is run like the regular rest of the month. Does that make sense?
And this is just for the second
Just for
half of that?
just for the second one. And the reason we did that is we don't want someone who is at the end of the month on the fence about buying to wait for the free 5-day one at the beginning of them. You know what I mean? Like,
so we can hit Success Club by the end of the month.
Yeah, that doesn't like cause a conflict with you hitting Success Club, by the end of the month for people waiting on like a beginning free group in June. Because we won't do one at the beginning of the month. We'll only do one at the middle, at least for right now. And we'll see how that goes. And then, this is new for us. So it's kind of, it's going to go from there. Okay. So that's that. Do you have any questions about that? Annie, I know this is a lot to absorb. It's okay.
Taking it in.
And a little bit by a little bit, and don't overstress. But yeah, it'll be a good one to jump in. I mean, you know what it looks like. You've done 21 days, so 30. So, is everybody okay with that? Before we move on to the next thing. Okay. So the next thing on the calendar, and it starts, I think, Monday. Let me go back to calendar. Okay. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Okay. So it starts on Monday. On there, it says Emerald Push. If you are already an Emerald, don't tune out. This is for everybody. So it's Emerald and Emerald again. Okay. So we're doing a pot. So as long as you aren't a diamond yet. Okay. You don't have to pay anything to enter. but there are some little stipulations. So for any, and I'm going to be participating too. So it's a 10-day Emerald push or Emerald again. And what we mean by Emerald again is 2 more coaches. Okay. So it's anybody's game, whether you are or are not Emerald. But they're doing 2 like $100 gift cards. I think they're Visa cards, aren't they? Isn't that what we said?
I think so.
2 $100 Visa cards. When you go Emerald or Emerald again, you get your name in the pot. Now, I know you're like, but last time, nobody even got their name in the pot, guys. So there's still a really high chance, like, you could score $100, right? And not to mention, like, building your rank, building your volume, building all of those things. So there's some stipulations. So you want to write this down, and then you're going to tell me whether or not you want in. It's going to be in a message thread. And Haley, if I missed anything, let me know. It's going to be in a message thread. Every day there's going to be a to-do, a daily directive. And your daily directive might be a little bit different than everybody else's. So like if you're on the 21-day new coach training, then that might be your daily directive. Or if you've already gone through that, then you'll have like a little different one. And then every day you'll have to post your Power of 3 check-in. It doesn't have to be full. It doesn't have to be complete. It just has to be posted. Your accountability. You can miss 2 days, but if you miss more than 2 days, I'm cutting out.
Yeah.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
So you can miss 2 days, but if you miss more than 2 days, then you get kicked out. They'll allow you to rejoin, but you don't get to rejoin with the pot. Okay? So it really is going to like up your account. Is that right?
Yeah, 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row. That's right, 2 days in a row. But it's 10 days. It's a 10-day push. So, I mean, if you miss 2 days in a row, you're only showing up 80%, right? So, like, they really want to push you to show up all 10 days, post your Power of 3s all 10 days, and get 2 coaches in 10 days. That's your push. And if you get 2 coaches in 10 days during the push time, then your name goes into the raffle, and they're doing 2 $100 gift cards. So, that's pretty awesome.
And so that still allows for even a day of rest, if you will. I mean, you can still take that one day. You just make sure the next day you post your Power 3s.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what she said too.
So,
because some people don't like to work on Sundays. So you can still like take that day. Or like for me, sometimes it's Friday because if it's my big family day, but I still try and do it sometime during the day. Anyway, so that's that. In a nutshell, I'm really excited. I'm pushing for 2 coaches during that 10 days. I'm going to be showing up every day to get, to do that. So I think that's something that's very doable for all of us. I think that, am I frozen? Okay, you guys started moving again.
you keep cutting in and out.
I know. I hate this. I have decent internet. It's because every person on my family is decided to be on the bandwidth. I'm just going to take them all off next time. Okay. Okay. Boot camp. Now it pops up with internet unstable. Hold on. I'm gonna text everybody right now and say, get off. Everybody get off the Wi-Fi. How's that? Can I do that? My phone. And my phone's frozen. And that does not mean the Wi-Fi. You know who's going to be the most upset about this?
Your husband.
My teenager.
Oh, your teenager.
Let me see. Everyone get off of the Wi-Fi. My teen call keeps using. love mom.
Mean mom.
I know, right? Okay, so hopefully some of them will get off the Wi-Fi. I doubt everyone will get off the Wi-Fi. Anyway, okay, so the boot camp. How is that going? Where are you at in our 7-day Facebook facelift boot camp right now? I'd love to hear back, like a little bit of feedback, because I'm going through it too. You know, I'm leading from the front, meaning I'm behind, but I'm working on it. I'm finishing day 3. Like I was finishing day 3 right before we got on the call. So I'm like a day behind, but I'm working on it. But who's been going through it? Who hasn't gone through it? Where are you at? Where is everybody?
I'm working through day 2 right now.
Okay, it's money. It is good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I loved the picture perspective. Haley, I think you do a really good job at that. Your pictures are always really
Oh, thank you.
But I liked, my takeaway from that video was the make them mundane. My team just emailed me and said, hey, I can't see what you said because he's on the Wi-Fi and not his data. That's the whole point. I don't want you on the Wi-Fi. Mom has been off.
That's hilarious.
Okay, sorry, but I wanted to start from. Okay. Because he's talking to his girlfriend. I'm too young to have to deal with this right now. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Different subject. Okay, I liked how she said take the mundane things and change their perspective and make them beautiful. Did you guys catch that? Because
Yeah.
Bonnie, I think it was Bonnie England or Brittany Leggett in one of our last conversations that we talked about. She was like, write down all the things that are like mundane, boring about your life. Remember how we talked about that? We talked about that like the last team call. And she was just saying like everything that makes you normal, everything that like relates you to everybody else. Your laundry, you do the laundry, you wake up in the morning and you do X, Y, and Z. Like she's like, you know, post about those things and then you can kind of weave your story into those posts. But that like connects and relates to like all the people that are like you. And what I loved about that, so that was like that other call. And then this whole thing was like, take a picture of like something that's very mundane, but change the perspective, get some decent lighting and make it beautiful. And so then that really will resonate with the person that you're talking to. So, you know, like Annie, if you're going to be connecting with teachers and you've got like your stack of papers that you haven't graded yet, you don't do that, do you? I do that.
Yeah. Some days, yeah.
I always do like the stack. Ashley, do you do
I've got a huge one.
the stack?
I have the stack.
I have a stack on my desk right now.
Okay, so like taking those things and like changing the perspective and like taking a picture, and you know that's going to connect with every teacher out there, right? Or, you know, like Haley, anything like, or in Katie, like anything mom like that we do as like we stay home and like the daily parts of mom. Like I was just, I don't know, and I just really like that stuck out to me the most, to like take the mundane and make it beautiful. And then it kind of tied back to the what's normal about your life and how can you share that and connect with others. Anyway, so I'd love to hear what you like, what was the big takeaway so far for you guys?
I liked, I wasn't sure who said it, but just they said, oh, it was the guy like why nobody follows you on social media. But just,
He's funny.
that it resonated with me that when he said they want to see you and your story, And so, I mean, like one of my things on Instagram, yes, I'm a mom, so I do a lot with me though, that they want to see you or me, just to put myself more in the picture. And, not that it's, I can have some of my kids, but just for me to be more in the story and in pictures. Yeah, I took that away.
Because it's you, it's your life.
Yeah. Kind of branding yourself and just like,
I agree. I liked what they were talking about how you have to actually be real to people and it's not just surface stuff. And that's something I struggle with because I don't like to be open, especially on social media. So that's kind of was a big takeaway for me, was just kind of trying to connect with people on a deeper level. So I'm working on it. Something, it was Ashley Smith at our retreat. One thing she said was view, like whenever you go to write a post, view it as you're writing to your journal. Like, dear journal, blah, 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 blah. Like, just pour out what you would from your heart to your journal. And, write it eloquently, of course, but like view it that same way. Like you're just talking to your journal and it just happens to be to everyone, which is, it's hard to get there. It is. It's hard to step outside of that little comfort zone.
Yeah.
But the more you do it, the more people relate and connect with you. And you'll notice people will be like, thank you so much for saying that. That really touched me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Like, I think one thing that like I struggle with is, since I am a teacher, I constantly forget to post. And then I catch myself at like 9 or 10 o'clock and I'm like, oh crud, I've even posted today. I should probably post something. And then I just find something real quick. Like, what did you guys do when you guys were first starting out to really like train your brain? Okay, I need to post now. Okay, now it's time to post again. Okay, now it's time to post, because I'm not able, like my brain is just not there. I'm in star mode right now. And that's the only thing that we think about. And I keep forgetting.
I set an alarm. Like, I seriously set an alarm. That's what I did. And sadly, I didn't know about buffer. Well, the whole time I was teaching, I had no clue what buffer was. And if I would have, that would have saved me a lot of heartache, because just now you can take your weekend and take pictures of you, your family, your little sweet baby, who's almost one, right? Take pictures all weekend. You don't have to stop and do anything with them. Just have your phone out, taking pictures.
Okay.
And then use those pictures, spend like an hour on Sunday night, put her down or whatever, or, whenever you have some time, go to buffer, and you can buffer out all of your morning posts. And like, you don't even have to do like an early morning post. Buffer out like a 9 o'clock post, right? And it could just be anything with you, her, blah, blah, blah. Like in the video today, they said like take an inspirational quote and put it on your own picture, right? Instead of just doing one of like Pinterest. So take a picture of like, and put a little quote on there or whatever, and buffer out 5 for the morning. And then you can have them. The thing about buffer though is it doesn't get a lot of really high traction. It's not going to get seen a whole lot versus like you posting it organically on your phone. But if you're teaching, you can't organically post it on your phone. You can't do that because you're working.
I'm nervous too. My district is like huge on no social media or no phones in general during the day. So like, I'm friends with people that I work with and all that kind of thing. So I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I would use buffer.
You can also prove that
Yeah.
you, I mean, if they want to say something about it, you can also say, this was buffered out. So I didn't.
It says buffer on it, correct? Like when it gets posted?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you're really worried about it, then, I mean, like for me, because I didn't have buffer and I couldn't post. I posted right before school started Like I had to be on the clock at 7:45. I think it's like when we had to be on the clock at 7:30. So I posted like at 7:25. And then I posted at lunch because lunch is my time. That's my own personal time. So I posted at lunch. And then I would post when I got off work, and then I'd post late in the evening. So I aimed for 4 posts a day. I always got 2.
Okay.
2 was a non-negotiable. Something in the morning, something in the evening, right? And then I aimed for something in the morning. Lunch posts were normally about lunch. We're going to meeting today. Like, no joke. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back to my 2015, it was like me and my bento box. Eat for lunch. So awesome. Or, we would share lunch. And what I will say is that, bringing a healthy lunch to school every day, and I was with my team for 3 years, from when we started to when I left, everybody brought healthy lunches by the time I stopped, by the time I stopped teaching, because I was just that positive. Not that I was like, are you really eating that? I never said anything, but it's like they wanted, because I just had a healthy lifestyle throughout, they started catching on, and then when they would ask and things like that. So anyway, but yeah, half of my lunch posts were about lunch.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to see my lunches this week, thanks to Teacher Appreciation Week. Oh my gosh.
So then you need to post about that. You need to say hey guys, let's get real. It's Friday, and thank goodness, I feel super appreciated, but I also feel super bloated. And I've been eating all the yummies, and I've been indulging, but I know that it's time to get back on track. And I'm going to share my meal plan with you. I'm going to meal prep, and you're going to share that on Sunday. And Monday morning, you're going to, or evening, when it's go time. Look, and that's all we're supposed to share. And people know hey, you're real. Hey, yeah, you indulged. You were not perfect this week, but guess what? Nobody else is perfect. But you're not going to let that derail all the progress that you've had. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you enjoyed your Teacher Appreciation Week, and it was awesome.
Get back on track.
And now you're ready to completely rock it. And you can also talk about how the fact our challenge group is starting Monday, right? It's everybody's starting their programs on Monday. So it's really go time. You've got people in there. So you're ready to really, encourage, motivate, and lead from the front on that. So but yeah, share that. Be real. Be real. Isn't that what we're learning?
Yep.
As real as you possibly can. My belly is going to explode. Oh my gosh.
What do you do?
I've got 4.5 weeks left. I know, right? Well,
When's your due date?
June 7th. But Rylan was 10 days late. So I say this one is going to come from the 1st to the 21st.
I think you need to have her on the 5th, because that is a great birthday.
Is that your birthday?
That's Lexi's.
That's Lexi's. Well, you know what? It very well might happen. I don't know. I just know she feels like she's constantly trying to burst out. She's always going like this. Stop, kid. Ugh. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So, anybody else have good little nuggets that they've taken away so far from the 7-day boot camp that you just felt really resonated with you?
I watched the Shakeology video just right before we turned this meeting on, and the one where she talks about not to compare it with any other product because it's not comparable. It's apples and oranges. I thought that was really, really good, just because a lot of people will, compare macros when they're like, oh, this has more protein or this has more carbs. And you're like, yeah. And I've always been one, I don't like to try and push something, but really just sending them an ingredient list is key right there. Is just saying, hey, you compare your product with Shakeology's, ingredients and make the decision on your own. I thought that was really, really smart. because that's not how I've been approaching it at all. So I think that'll be helpful.
Definitely. Like, yeah, it is apples and oranges because it's not, and that's kind of what I try and do when people ask me. I'm like, well, Shakeology is not a protein shake, and it's not even a meal replacement shake. It's like, it's a nutrition, it's for your nutrition. And so like, I don't, for me and for my own personal integrity, like I don't down anybody else's product.
Right.
Good things about whatever, Sally Sue is selling or Betty Joe or whatever, like there's merit to a lot of products out there. But this is the one I like. This is the one that goes with my business. And then I tell them why I like it and what it's done for me. And then I share with them, the list of ingredients and what's not in there also. I like to say like, hey, I know you're doing some comparing. Take a look at yours. Do any of these things, are they in yours? Because these are no-nos. Just like soy. Soy is terrible. Maybe there's one little soy that's like okay. And then everything else that has the word soy in it, it's really, really, really bad.
Like soy lecithin.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like most of it is GMO, and then most of it, when you absorb it, your body thinks it's estrogen. So it messes with your hormones. And when you mess with your hormones, it also messes with your weight loss. It can mess with your thyroid. So like, just stay away. Like there's one soy protein that's like okay, but you're not going to find it. Like hardly ever, ever, ever. So yeah, because they are, most soy is GMO. It just really, it's not for your body. But even that, like there's other shakes out there that are, that are okay. They just don't offer what Shakeology offers. So, I mean, like kind of one of those, like you pay for what you're getting. If you just want protein.
Completely. Yeah, completely.
Then that's what you're getting. You're getting protein. I'm getting, and if I don't know if you guys have seen my video about, Shakeology, but like I used to be in all those, like, talk about it, like all my bottles of non-synthetic whole food supplements, which are a really big deal to me because it's like eating a real apple versus a Hobby Lobby apple, right? And so I was on a whole host, and it made a huge difference to me, to my nutrition, to my body. But I couldn't keep up with all of it because I had Rylan, and I was like, I can't do this. There's just too many things to try and put, and I can't remember. I'm supposed to take 2 of these and 3 of those and 1 of this and 1 of those and this 3 times a day. And I just was like, I can't do this. And so then when somebody's like, have you heard Shakeology? I was like, wait, this bottle's in there and this vitamin's in there. And, oh, so is this one. Okay, I think I like Shakeology. I was like, I think I can do this. Like, it was a no-brainer for me. And the price comparison was like I was already spending over $100 a month on my supplements. So it wasn't like a big difference. Anyway.
Cool.
But yeah, definitely. Sorry, tangent. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else that you guys took away or that you liked so far from that? Okay. Well, no matter where you are in the training, I would say like bust your booty to finish because it's really, really good. It's good stuff. I'm loving every bit of it. So tonight my homework is to finish day 3. So tomorrow I can do 4 and 5. Wednesday I didn't get to do anything. I'm alone. 24 hours. But, and anyway, okay, so questions. How are we doing so far? How's everything going? Anything that you've got questions about? Anything that you need clarified? Haley, anything that you want to add to our team meeting?
I was just going to point out that we are doing 2 backstage passes or coaching recruiting events in a month.
Mm-hmm.
And like Acacia said, they're going to be the second and fourth week. So they're the alternating week from the boot camp.
Okay.
And I really want to encourage y'all to, I know it's kind of scary and it's a lot because you're trying to recruit challengers and that sort of thing, but really try as much as you can, whatever you're loving about coaching, whatever that is, whether that's the accountability, whether that's the little paycheck you're getting or whatever, share about that, because people don't know it unless you share it. And so once you start sharing little nuggets here and there, people will start to see, oh, there's something to this. Like, she's getting paid to do this. That's pretty awesome. So, I mean, just think about it. You wouldn't know about it if Acacia didn't share about it or whatever. So, yeah. So really think about what, or even like Acacia said earlier, write down those things that you do love about coaching and share about those. The more you can do that, the more people you're going to have interested in coaching. And honestly, guys, I wish I had got this early on. Like it took me several months for it to click. That's where you're going to start seeing, if one of your goals is to make income, you've got to build a team. And so by doing that, in order to build a team, you have to share about the business side. That's just the way it is. You can get challengers by sharing about your challenge groups and your programs and Shakeology and things like that. But in order to get the business builders, in order to get more discounters and your personal volume rolling and making more money, you have to share about the business. So
can I ask a question, like just a truth question here?
Sure.
Because I love this. Like, I really am very passionate about this and I love doing it, but I work 48 hours a week and it's really, really hard to get in just like the minimum training that I do, which I love it. It's fine. It's no big deal, but I'm kind of scared about signing up new coaches because I'm afraid of the extra time it's going to take. And I don't want to sign somebody up and then not be able to guide them and help them be successful as well. So as far as being a new coach and having coaches under you, how much more time does that require for them to be, successful as well?
Well,
or does it depend?
Okay. For me, I mean, that's why you have me. Like, that's why you have your team. That's why you have your support. So, yeah, do you need to be checking in with them periodically? Yes, but they say until you're like a 5-star diamond coach, like 90% of your time should be spent on your stuff, and 10% of your time should be spent on your team. Okay? So even now, as a 1-star, which everybody's goal in here should be 2-star. Like, that is where, like, we're learning, like, it's not diamond, even though diamond's awesome, it's 2-star. So, like, that's where you're going, okay? It's not diamond, it's 2-star. So put that in your head. But, like, that's why we have this team. That's why I still use all of Micah, my upline coach's training, all of her videos, the boot camp, the 7-day boot camp that we're going through. I didn't make that.
Yeah.
I made it, and they passed it down, and it's awesome sauce. And guess what? We're using it. So yeah, and I'm not even running the 7-day boot camp that we're in right now. My coach is running the 7-day boot camp, right?
Yeah.
So, like, how much more effort is it going to be on you? I think it'll be about the same as having another challenger.
Okay.
Because you're going to check in, just like you check in with your challengers. You might have to write their names down on like a sticky note, because that's what like my challenger's names on a sticky note so I can remember when I post to tag them, because I'm like, oh, who are my challengers? Like, who are they for this month? Because I'm going to forget them. My mom's brain, I can't keep it. So, like, I've got it all around me so I can remember to tag them. But, yeah, I really don't, like, and you have to remember, too, like, you're doing awesome and you are, like, going all for it, like getting all your training in and, like, really pushing and making. And some people will do that and some people won't. And, like, that's also a beauty of business. Is, like, put
And
in.
that's fine. I just would hate for somebody to sign up and really want to be a business builder and really want to put, a lot of effort into it. And, I feel like I sucked Haley dry when I first started because I had so many questions.
You didn't.
I don't want to not be available to where they're like, okay, you're not helping me. You're supposed to be my coach and I don't know what I'm doing. So it's a really big fear for me right now, but that's encouraging to hear. So.
And that's totally understandable. I totally get that. But I will say, like, that's like what Acacia's saying, like having a team, plug them into our message thread and we all work together. I mean, you know how it is in our message thread, everybody answers. Right. And so, it just, I think like there's the initial, like getting started, like that sort of thing.
Weeks.
Yeah. Just because you're getting everything set up, but it's like she was saying, it's about the equivalent to a challenger.
Okay.
So,
that's good. Not that I have anybody like waiting or anything.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I think that people that are go-getters and they want to build a business, they're going to figure out a way. Right. And so they're going to use the resources you give them, which we have, y'all. We have amazing resources. I don't know if y'all realize that or not. The other teams, they don't have all these awesome resources. Micah is really awesome. So we should definitely value that. But like just having those things to direct them and then, supporting them when you can. And like, I didn't start, I'm just now like kind of jumping in with Acacia doing team calls and that sort of thing. Like I haven't always done my own team calls. So,
right.
It just
gradual over time. And
yeah. And you kind of figure out like, it's a process. Like you figure out what works for you and you get in a groove sort of thing. And so, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's encouraging. Thank you.
And then, like, I think you sometimes, especially in the beginning, and Haley can vouch for this because Katie, you can vouch for it too because you've been here long enough that you've seen it. It's called burnout. And we go so hard to learn as much as we can. And then, like, little things start getting neglected. And then all of a sudden you're like, I can't do this anymore.
Forget it.
I'm done. And I'm not kidding. Okay, so like really, 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 before that ever happens, if you need to take a day and say, you know what, I just need to not stress. Like it's all gonna be here when I get back. Like, and then also remember, like you don't have to do everything, right? Yes, the more you do, the faster and it will grow, but it's still going to grow if you're showing up. It's when you just stop showing up completely for several days in a row, that's when you lose your momentum. So if the only thing you can do that day is post 2 times on social media and like comment to the people who liked it, like, okay, count that as a win. You didn't get any training done. You didn't get like Wednesdays. Okay, my husband works every 3rd day. So every 3rd day, I'm on single mom of 3 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's getting done. Like, if I keep my toddler from peeing all over the place, right? Like, there's nothing getting done as far as like Beachbody is concerned, except for I post throughout the day. Like, I make sure that happens, and I try and interact with people who comment. That's pretty much it. And then if you guys have questions in the message thread, then I try and make sure like I kind of take care of you guys. But as far as like training, I don't get a piece of training in. If I get a second to myself, I get personal development in, because that's like the number one most critical thing. If you're not doing your personal development, do it. Do it. Let me say, Haley, yeah, like it does. It's like the people who stick around are the people who dig into PD.
Yeah.
If you're not in PD, then you're not going to stick around because you get a little pessimistic, and it helps. But like those days, I know I'm not getting much done. So on the days where he is home, I try and kind of get a little bit more done, right? So, I mean, I understand your job, Janae. It's not the same as teaching, but it's just as demanding as having first graders all day long. Like you're not getting.
I don't know about that.
Anything else in the day. Like it's just not happening. So I get it. Thing with like needing to buffer out your post or
see, my new strategy is to drink a ton of water, so I have to be in the bathroom at least 16 times a day, and I can do my stuff in there.
Oh, I gotta pee again.
Not too bad.
And be like, if she's pregnant, she's gonna pee off a lot. You gotta watch.
That's funny.
Isn't that the truth though? But yeah, so don't stress about that. Just know like we're here to support you. I mentor 2 coaches that aren't my PS coaches right now, and I'm their personal mentor. And I've been she's kind of off right now, so hopefully she'll be back. But I've been mentoring her because her sponsored coach was a discount coach. So she's been one of my non-PS coaches the entire time. So because her sponsored coach was just one of my discounters.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like a discounter who went enrolled for like a beat and then was like, no, I just want to be a discounter. I was like, okay. So, but yeah, so know that we're here for you. Anything else?
Okay. Ladies, you're awesome.
You are.
Y'all are awesome.